Cleopatra's story is more than just beauty and power. Think you know her? Think again. We're digging deep into history's sands, uncovering secrets and odd facts left out of your textbooks. Facts First presents Weird Things You Didn't Know About Cleopatra. Greek Ancestry. Contrary to popular belief, Cleopatra's roots were not in the sands of Egypt, but in the Hellenistic culture of Greece. A prominent member of the Ptolemaic dynasty, she was a descendant of Ptolemy I, a general under Alexander the Great. This dynasty, with its Greek origins and customs, held the reins of Egyptian power for an impressive 3 centuries. Cleopatra's lineage thus intertwines the rich tapestries of Greek and Egyptian histories, presenting a fusion of cultural identities. Incest. Cleopatra's life story includes the controversial practice of incest, widely accepted among royal families during her era as a means to preserve royal lineage and purity. In an alignment with these traditions, Cleopatra herself entered into matrimonial alliances with both of her younger brothers at different times, a reflection of the complex and often unsettling norms of royal dynastic politics of her time. Fratricide. Amid the meandering maze of power struggles and political turmoil, Cleopatra's reign was marked by dark undertones of fratricide. She was implicated in the deaths of 3 of her siblings, including the 2 with whom she was once wed. These acts, while grim, were part of her broader strategy to secure her position and assert her authority as the ruler of Egypt. Eye makeup for health. The striking black kohl that rimmed Cleopatra's eyes, a hallmark of her iconic image, served more than just an aesthetic purpose. This makeup was strategically used to fend off the prevalent eye infections in ancient Egypt, brought on by the environmental conditions of the time. This practice reflects her shrewd understanding of the health benefits behind traditional cosmetic choices. Founder of a drinking club. Cleopatra's life wasn't all politics and power plays. It also included more light-hearted pursuits like forming Inimitable Livers, a drinking club with Mark Antony. Dedicated to Dionysus, the god of wine, this club was notorious for its lavish feasts and spirited wine celebrations, showcasing a side of Cleopatra that reveled in enjoyment and fun. Perfume Proprietor. Cleopatra's interests extended into the realm of fragrances. She owned a perfume factory by the Dead Sea where she delved into the creation of various scents. These fragrances were not just personal indulgences, but also tools of persuasion and allure, illustrating her understanding of the power of sensory influence in her diplomatic and personal interactions. A Lavish Bet, a tale of extravagance that has survived the ages, is Cleopatra's audacious bet with Mark Antony, where she claimed she could consume a fortune in a single meal. She triumphantly fulfilled this claim by dissolving a precious pearl in vinegar and drinking it, a gesture that epitomized her lavish lifestyle and flair for dramatic displays of wealth. Self-proclaimed goddess. In a masterstroke of public relations, Cleopatra presented herself as the earthly incarnation of the goddess Isis. This self-proclamation was a strategic move to elevate her status to the divine, intertwining her leadership with religious reverence among her people and showcasing her adeptness at leveraging spiritual symbolism for political gain. Multilingual. Despite the common perception of Cleopatra as an Egyptian queen, she was the first in her line to learn the Egyptian language. Hailing, as we've already established, from Greek descent, she fluently spoke several languages, including Ethiopian, Troglodyte, Hebrew, Arabic, Syrian, Median, and Parthian. This linguistic prowess not only demonstrates her intelligence, but also her dedication to effectively ruling a diverse empire. Scientist and alchemist. Cleopatra's interests went far beyond politics. She had a keen interest in alchemy and early forms of chemistry. She wrote books on cosmetics and medical subjects, contributing to the fields of pharmacology and cosmetology. These writings, though lost to history, suggest that she was not just a political figure, but also a scholar and scientist, deeply interested in the practical and medicinal uses of substances. Naval Commander. Often overshadowed by her romantic liaisons and political movers, Cleopatra was also a formidable naval commander. During the infamous Battle of Actium, she personally led several dozen Egyptian warships into the fray. Her involvement in such military operations showcases her as a leader willing to be on the front lines, defying the typical passive role of women rulers of her time. Lover of books. Cleopatra had an immense love for books. She significantly expanded the Library of Alexandria, one of the most significant libraries of the ancient world. Her ambition was to make it a universal hub of knowledge, reflecting her passion for learning and preserving knowledge. Master of disguise. Cleopatra once smuggled herself into Julius Caesar's palace wrapped in a carpet. This daring act, often glossed over as a mere romantic gesture, was a strategic move demonstrating her resourcefulness and boldness. It marked the beginning of her alliance with Caesar, showcasing her ability to use unconventional methods to achieve her political goals. Architectural contributions. Cleopatra was not just a patron of the arts and sciences, she also contributed to architecture. Under her reign, many temples and buildings were either erected or restored. These architectural endeavors were part of her efforts to revive traditional Egyptian culture and heritage. Patron of the arts. She was also a great patron of the arts. She encouraged artistic expression in her court, commissioning works from renowned artists of the time. This patronage played a crucial role in enriching the cultural landscape of Egypt, fostering an environment where arts and creativity could flourish. Strategic romances. Cleopatra's love life was not just a tale of romance, it was a chessboard of strategic alliances. Her liaisons with two of the most powerful men of her time, Julius Caesar and Mark Antony, were as much about politics as they were about passion. These relationships were carefully orchestrated to strengthen her position both within Egypt and on the international stage. Her ability to intertwine her romantic involvements with her political ambitions showcases her as a leader who understood the art of using personal relationships to advance her kingdom's interests. Pursuit of power and Julius Caesar. Her relationship with Caesar was an enthralling blend of allure and acumen. Their alliance bore them a son, Caesarion, positioning Cleopatra closer to the heart of Roman power. The relationship, however, was not just about love or attraction, it was a calculated move by Cleopatra to solidify her power and secure her throne. Romance with Mark Antony. The saga of Cleopatra and Mark Antony is one of history's most famous love stories, marked by passion, drama, and ultimately tragedy. Together they challenged the might of Rome and dreamt of creating a new empire. Their story, filled with opulent displays of affection, grandiose plans for shared rule over the East, and a tragic end, paints a picture of a romance that was entwined with the fate of empires. Innovations in Egyptian currency. Under Cleopatra's reign, there were significant changes in the Egyptian currency system. She introduced new coinage, some featuring her image, which was a bold move for a female ruler at the time. Now it's time to hear from you. Which of these facts about Cleopatra was the most surprising? Let us know in the comments section below.